Kerr, the entertainment editor for the Conway Daily Sun, and I'm joined by...
Mike.
Elise. And Natalie.
And you
Donnino.
are?
We are the
Donnino
Donnino Mentalists.
So, just to get into this, well, first off, you do have a show that's coming up.
Yes, we have a show at Mount Cranmore on Wednesday, August 7th at 7:15.
Great.
Yeah.
So, for people that might not understand, what is the difference between a magician and a mentalist?
Oh, that's a great question. And, you know, maybe we could answer that by showing you an example.
Okay.
Well, you know, I actually brought a deck of cards, much like a magician would bring a deck of cards. But there is a little bit of a difference. So a magician might open this deck and say, pick a card. I'm going to tell you a little secret. Oftentimes when the magicians do that, they're kind of pre-choosing the card for you.
Right. So, rigged deck.
Potentially, right. So we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to have you choose a card, but only in your mind.
Okay.
And Elise will walk you through that.
So first you can choose a suit. Hearts, clubs, spades, or diamonds. Which would you like to choose?
And just in my head?
No, you can say it
Okay.
out loud.
Diamonds.
All right. Then you can choose anything from ace to king. Which would you like to choose?
Ace.
So the ace of diamonds, correct?
Yes.
Ace of diamonds. So we're going to go from something that was just in your mind to something very real. So I open this deck. I'm going to pull out the ace of diamonds. Okay, here we go. Now, I'll hand that to you, Elise. Okay. Now, also like a magician, we actually mark these cards. But not exactly how a magician marks cards. We've actually named each of these cards. In fact, the girls named each of these cards. So, for instance, the two of spades here, it's named Sophia.
Okay.
And the six of hearts, it's named Matt. And six of clubs, Emma. In fact, all of these cards have a name. And the girls actually chose names for their cards, too. The Queen of Hearts, that's Elise. And the Queen of Diamonds, Natalie. So we have two queens in the house. Now, of course, they actually named a card for me, too. Instead of the queens, they named me the...
Joker?
Yes, in fact, they did. They named me the Joker. I was kind of hoping for the king, but we ended up with the Joker. In fact, all of these cards have a name. So example again, James, Darren, Carly. Now, of course, you would have no idea which card is named which.
Right.
Right. But you know what is interesting? Because you, in fact, do seem to have a sixth sense, because you did actually choose your card.
Wow.
Yeah, you can keep that. So, you know, and we also, you know, we were real excited here to be here, and we've been looking at a number of your reviews, actually. You're sitting on. And so we see, like, you've reviewed Barbie.
Yep.
And Camelot. And Harvey. And let's see. We have Mary Poppins. And we have Mean Girls and Wonka. So those are all things that you've previously reviewed.
Yes.
Now, what we're going to do here, I'm just going to get something in my... Okay. Let's see. Do I have it in here? There we go. So I brought this dice, okay?
Okay.
Now, what I want you to do, and we don't work well with randomization, so we don't want you to roll it, but we want you to think of whichever performance that you want, okay? And you're going to take this dice and you're going to put it face up, put your hand over it so we can't see. In fact, maybe we'll move this just a little bit this way so we can't, and Natalie, particularly, you want you to turn that way. And we're not going to look. So you choose whatever number you want. I'm going to hold these up in a moment so we can kind of get all the different choices. And you put whatever number you want face up on the table, and we're not going to look. Let us know when you're done.
Okay. And then you want me to keep it covered?
Yeah, keep it covered.
Okay.
You're all set? Okay. All right.
Okay.
Natalie?
Can you say all of them out loud, please?
Barbie, Camelot, Harvey, Mary Poppins, Mean Girls, Wonka.
Did you choose Mary Poppins?
I did choose Mary Poppins.
Wow. All right. Good job, Natalie. So Mary Poppins. So we are going to take Mary Poppins. We'll put it on the ground. Now, also here, we just want to point out we have this little envelope. We're just going to keep that there. Now, maybe she got lucky. So you know what? We're going to give this another shot. Why don't you take the dice, make your second choice, whichever you want, anyone you want. Same deal. Put it face up. Don't tell us which one it is.
Okay.
All right. Natalie, and this time, I'm not going to let you actually make it a little bit more challenging and not going to have you call each of them out loud. You can ask them one question, though.
What's your favorite part about Camelot?
It is Camelot, huh?
Yeah.
All right, excellent. Good job, Natalie. So now we're left with, let's have you hold these up here. We are left with Barbie, Harvey, Mean Girls, and Wonka. Now, we're going to do something a little bit different this time. If you could just choose any one of these, which would it be?
Barbie.
Barbie. Huh, okay. So we'll take Mean Girls, Wonka, Harvey. We're going to put them down here. And we're left with Barbie. Now, when we came into this show, we really didn't talk about what we were going to do at all, did we?
No.
No. And we would have had no idea that you would first have chosen those other two, and we would left with these four choices, and then choose Barbie of those. It would be impossible. Actually, the permutations to go through there are infinite. I actually asked the girls before we came out here how they thought this would all kind of go down, which two you would choose and which one you would be left with. I asked them to actually do something here, this envelope that's been sitting in front of us. Actually, to write down your final choice. Take a look in that envelope, make sure there's nothing else in there.
No, nothing else in
Nothing
there.
else in there. And now, get to find out. Barbie, your choice.
Yeah. It's
All right.
yeah.
Well, great. Excellent work, girls.
I don't know what to say.
Well, we'd love to have you come to the show and we can see more.
Yeah. So how did you get into doing this?
Well, my wife actually suggested, she said, well, you know, hey, it'd be nice to have a hobby. You seem to work so much. And I think that she was thinking that I was kind of going to look for a, pick-up basketball game and things like that. And instead, I came home with this. I ended up, was at a work convention, conference, and I noticed at the end of the work conference, there was a mentalist convention. And I had been intrigued. I had seen mentalists on TV before, and I'd always been intrigued by this. And I ended up going to the conference and loved it, came home, started doing some stuff with the girls. What started out as some family fun with friends turned into doing shows, corporate shows and parties and public shows like the one coming up.
And have you been interested from the beginning as well?
Yes, we have always enjoyed doing mentalism. We started when we were 7 and 9 years old.
Yeah.
And when we were 8 and 10, we actually did a magic competition in Arizona with the National Brotherhood of Magicians. And so that was a really fun experience for us to do as well.
And what is your favorite thing to do?
Well, my favorite part about shows is like really seeing the audience like and their reactions afterward. It's really cool when we're able to see like what their favorite parts were and stuff.
Do you have a particular favorite reaction that you've gotten?
Well, at the end of one of our shows, I'm not going to share exactly how it ends, but at the end of one of our shows, someone was so surprised and excited that they actually on stage began to have tears of joy, and that was a pretty exciting reaction. Probably one of our best reactions, I would say.
Yeah.
And what sort of things can people expect? I know you can't really spoil anything, but what sort of things can
Right.
people expect in your show?
Well, one of the things that we wanted to do is one of the exciting things is, particularly with the Conway Daily Sun, is we've decided that we are going to try to predict the headlines for the Conway Daily Sun. We have putting a prediction on an envelope, and we are giving it to Ben Wilcox, the general manager of Cranmore. Going to have him bring this to the event. We're not going to get a chance to see it. We're going to give this to him over a week before the show, and we're going to try and predict the headlines of the Conway Daily Sun from that day, from the day of the show, and there'll be more in there too, more in that prediction.
Okay.
But we have other things. We use psychology and the five senses, as well as stagecraft, to create the illusion of a sixth sense, and so there'll be a lot of that going on.
And I know you can't really give away your secrets, but is it a lot of it noting tone and inflection in trying to make your guesses?
Yeah, it's hard to kind of give away like you said, we don't really give away, but we use we'll use like the five senses, different things, reactions from people's psychology, as well as stagecraft, to create this illusion of a sixth sense.
And noting body language.
Maybe involved with some body language.
Yeah. Okay. And do you have any upcoming things beyond Cranmore that you are interested in promoting?
We have a couple other shows, but not any public shows in the near future besides Cranmore at this time. So yeah.
And is there any other sort of like national competitions or anything?
Why don't you tell them about what you've done in some of the national competitions?
We don't have one coming up, but yeah, the only one that we've done in the past was when we were 8 and 10 in Arizona at the National Brotherhood of Magicians.
Okay.
And the
Yeah.
girls got to perform in front of
Like 100 magicians. And
Yeah.
they all really liked our performance.
yes. So we've done some national competitions even at an early age.
Nice. And what is your day job, so to speak?
So I'm actually an emergency and critical care physician. That's my day job. So a lot different than this. But we love doing this, and we've been performing again for corporate shows and parties and public shows and whatnot. So yeah.
Have you ever found any sort of overlap between the two professions?
Well, I have to say that there are some times when I go into work and oftentimes things are not slow, but if things happen to be slow, yeah, there's always some time for a little bit of fun at work, yeah, where we kind of get to, do a little something at work for folks who are on shift with me.
Great. So just to plug again, when is your event?
The event is August 7th. It's Wednesday, August 7th at 7:15. At night, it's at Cranmore. You can get tickets today. And we're looking forward to an exciting show. There's going to be, a lot of what we've seen today, but a lot more. We'll have some, different predictions and mind reading and a whole bunch of different things that we're going to plan on doing for the show. So we look forward to having people there.
Well, that should be fun. And this was obviously tailored to me. So what other sort of predictions might you be trying to make?
Well, we love audience interaction, and one of the things that one of the themes of our show are different activities and things that people do. So we like to get a lot of people up on stage. We like to share not only our activity of the Mentalists, but we like to hear things about what other people are doing, and we will incorporate that into the show in a way that we kind of go through and get to. We probably have, during any given show, we'll probably have upwards of about 20 people up on stage at various points. So we get a lot of interaction, and we like to have a theme of not just what we do, but what other people are doing as well.
Great. All right. Well, so make sure to check them out in a little over a week. So yeah, make sure to check out their show.
Great. Thank you. Thanks for having us.